Sneha, tell us a little bit more about you. I've seen your photos, I've followed your progress, and we know, okay, some of us know Uncover, some of you don't. Okay, men, I will forgive you. You don't know Uncover, but you will know it. We shall uncover it for you today. Uncover yourself for us. Who are you?
Sure. So I am a little bit of a global citizen. I'm Indian ethnically. I grew up in a small European town in an Indian family. We just didn't mix with a lot of people. We didn't go to many places. We were very close. And I was there till I was 18, and I went to London for university. I was always the math and science girl. That's what I was good at. And so I studied math and science at university in London. Didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I was just 21 thinking, what next? And everybody around me seemed to be applying for banks and big four firms. And so I thought, okay, let's try this. So I applied to all of them and was lucky enough to get a role at Merrill Lynch at the time on the trading floor. And that was my first job. I was one of 5 members, but the other 4 members were all men and very senior. And I was this 21-year-old girl that didn't really kind of landed this job by accident and didn't know what I was going to do. What's really interesting is I was actually put on a performance improvement plan within 8 months of being there. Was told that if I didn't turn it around, I would get fired, but managed to turn it around and lasted 5 years there and, made that quite a successful foundation for my career. It was at that time in London that I was dating my now husband, who's Kenyan born and raised, and he didn't tell me the minor detail that he wanted to live in Kenya for the rest of his life. And so 13 years ago, I made Kenya my home, and I'm so excited and glad for it. I moved from banking to private equity, which was one of the best decisions I made because it took me to 10 African markets. Within a month of being here, I was in Madagascar, in Nosy Bay, on a Bora Bora, visiting cocoa farmers. The next week, I was in Rwanda, then in Uganda, then in DRC, but I got to work on deals across the continent and really understand, entrepreneurship, people, cultures, just got to really understand at a grassroots level how things worked. Fast forward a few years, I decided I didn't want to be a partner at one of these firms. I'd just become a new mom. I wasn't, again, sure what I wanted to do and decided that, okay, maybe I'll try entrepreneurship. I joined a global incubator program called Antler, and that's where Uncover, which is a women's wellness brand, prioritizing Africa, prioritizing women of color, was born. We're 4 years into our journey. I can't wait to tell you more about it. But let's just say a startup and working for yourself is very different from working for other people. And I faced the highest highs and the lowest lows in my life, but wouldn't trade it for the world. Uncover is a women's wellness and skincare brand that is on a mission to make melanated skin and stories a priority and not an afterthought. We realized 4 years ago, my co-founder is actually in the room. We were sitting, Jadi. So we were sitting around the table and we realized that skincare for women of color is vastly underserved. The products on the shelf were simply import distribution plays that had not thought about women of color, the local consumer, preferences, needs, efficacy. It was a global company that hired a marketing manager and decided to distribute. And then there was also a lack of information. So women who had acne and hyperpigmentation, I was one of them. I had very, very troubled skin, didn't know where to go or how to take healthy care of their skin. And Uncover is solving both of those pain points by creating products that are specifically formulated by, tried, tested, and approved by women of color, but also using technology, content, data, and community to drive education and a healthier narrative for skincare. And then finally, our biggest why is to empower confidence. So why do we exist? It is to empower confidence, to build community, and to help women uncover whoever it is they want to be.
Wow. Uncover their identity, the real identity. And there is being strategic. That is actually the real reason or the explanation of what strategy is.